I think one of the biggest things we go through as readers is a reading slump. One of the reasons why I get into one is because I just don't know what to read. I don't want to read any of the books on my shelves, and nothing that I choose sounds appealing. Now this is where we bring in reinforcements. This is my best friend Brooke. I was visiting her for a week and I figured I should have her choose the books I read to see if I can get out of this weird reading slump. So let's see what books Brooke chooses. Okay, ready? Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel.
No, I thought we were
we're saying it again? Okay. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. I am sweet. We're so glad. Okay, take 3. Hey guys, it's Katie. Sorry. Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. We're so glad you're here. Okay, as you can tell, I have a special guest in the car with me today. This is my friend Brooke. I'm visiting her in Rochester, New York right now. And we're actually at a Barnes & Noble. It's 2 stories, so way bigger than the one I have at home. And today, Brooke is going to be choosing the books I read. Basically, she's gonna pick 3 books and she can pick any 3 books she wants, like even if she thinks I would like absolutely hate it. Like she has full free reign, which is terrifying. Hopefully, if you pick like a Stephen King novel or something, like if you pick it.
Who the hell that is?
Stephen King.
I have no idea.
The creator of It?
Well, I don't know. I'm really bad with names. Obviously, I know It. I didn't even know there were books. If I'm being so for real.
Okay, we'll take a look at those.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna buy them, maybe. Yeah, that's really it. So let's go book shopping.
Woo!
Yay! Media puts it down.
Would this be too scary for you? This is... Everyone loves... I have this.
Okay.
I haven't read it though.
Well, I've definitely heard of Frida McFadden. Yeah.
Everyone loves this one though.
Yeah?
I saw this cover earlier.
We did. Isn't it so cute?
It is really cute. Maybe I will be...
I have zero idea what it's about
swayed.
though.
Oh! I have to get it. So aesthetically pleasing.
Isn't it? And it's so fall.
It is. That's a contender for sure. I don't even know what it's about, but...
Slay.
That's what I'm here for, right?
Yeah. Where's this one? Kiss the Girl?
Kiss the Girl. I don't know. It's about like singers, pop culture. You probably like this.
Escalator time. They have like the ladders. Look at this. They have the bell ladders. This is literally so freaking cool. Did you find something?
I like this plot a lot.
Maybe once, maybe twice. Never heard of her. She's cute.
She's cute.
This is so pretty up here. Oh my gosh. Brooke, this is Stephen King. He's written all of these books.
Oh yeah. Okay, well now. God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
This would be so funny if I made you.
I literally would get so mad at you. We would not be friends anymore. How many pages is that? This would end our friendship.
Yeah.
1,000%. How many pages?
1,123.
Are you kidding?
No.
Okay. Absolutely not. Well, looks like we have to walk down this escalator. Bummer. Things are going great. Oh look at this. Guys, I don't think you understand how much I love Dobby.
Oh.
He's so
the
He
ears.
has a sock.
That's so cute. Oh my god.
Okay, tell us your game plan.
Okay. So, this one is not as known, right?
Yeah.
But the plot, absolutely spectacular.
Okay.
So, the other book, I think I'm going to choose something that is more, like, known,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have another one, right?
Yes, she's gone, which I gave Katie about, like, a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
But she still has not read it.
Yeah,
And
terrified.
It's not been a year.
Yeah.
It's not even scary.
Okay, cool.
I just get nervous, like, reading, like, stuff like that. So, we'll see. I have it at home, so I will be reading that, too, in this video.
You're gonna pick it? Okay.
I think so.
See what you choose.
This one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, slay.
I hear people talk about it a lot.
Okay.
And people have recommended this book to me.
Several times.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Okay, cool. The audio on this next clip was really weird and a little off, but in reading order, these are the books that Brooke chose for me. The first one is Maybe Once, Maybe Twice by Allison Rose Greenberg. I haven't really heard anything about this book, and neither had she, but she thought the description looked really good, and she thinks I'm gonna rate this 4 stars. Next up, we have She's Gone by David Bell. This was actually the book that got Brooke back into reading, and she bought it for me a while ago, so she's really excited for me to read it, and she thinks I'm gonna rate this 3.5 stars. And the last one is The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. This is a very
very popular OG Book Talk book, and she really wanted to see if I liked it, and she thinks I'm gonna rate this 4.25 stars. Now let's finally get into me reading the books that Brooke chose for me.
Okay, hey guys, I don't know if you can tell, I actually just got a haircut. I have not gotten a haircut since February of this year. I've been missing my curtain bangs so much. I'm so glad they're like back in action. They just grew out too far. I got a trim. I think it was like down here and now it's up here. I don't know. It was really long. Anyways, let's go ahead and give my first update on Maybe Once, Maybe Twice. Let me just say too, never heard anything about this author. It's Alison Rose Greenberg. This book is about the main character Maggie and it's all in her perspective, but each chapter goes from like different ages that she is. And like the first 50 pages, we were talking about one guy and why they had like an unrequited thing. And then now we're talking about another guy. And basically it's because she made pacts. Like, you know how people make those marriage pacts where they're like, oh, like when we're 35, if neither of us are married or in a relationship or anything like that, let's get married. She made 2 different ones with 2 different guys in her life. Like maybe once, maybe twice. You get it? You get it. Okay. Sorry, but it's basically about her confronting that situation. She is 35 years old. She just had her birthday, so now everything's kind of like coming to the surface. And it's very interesting. I do really like the main character, Maggie. She has very real struggles, which I feel like sometimes in other books you don't really get that, especially in just like romance books. But this was actually in the oh my gosh, the fiction section. So maybe that's why it's kind of giving that real vibe. It's kind of giving like Emily Henry, Ashley Poston, which, as you guys know, 2 of my favorite authors. We absolutely love them over here on this channel. Maggie's whole like shtick is she wants to be a singer for her job. I don't really think her goal is to be famous. I think she just wants to make enough money to like live, not even comfortably. There was even a part where she was like, I'd rather live in like a crappy apartment with barely any money and live my dream than work a corporate job that I hate and live like this like luxury life, which honestly I really admire her for that. The tropes that this is giving so far, obviously number 1, second chance romance, which honestly I feel like almost everybody loves. Childhood friends to lovers, kind of like an unrequited love thing as well. Like I said, that's all I really know so far since I am only like 70 pages in, but I am thoroughly enjoying this and I really wasn't expecting to, especially because I feel like I really wasn't up for reading a romance. Whenever Brooke picked out 2 romances and then like a mystery like thriller thing and no fantasy, because I've just been itching to read fantasy lately, I was like, okay, like, okay, Brooke, you're trying to sabotage me. When I'm not in the mood to read a specific book, I'm like, like what am I doing here? Like, why am I reading this? But I am gladly not feeling that. So I'm just gonna get back into reading. I actually have book club tonight, so I will be reading 2 books at once, but we kind of like read together, so it's like different. I don't really read like a lot of pages on my own, and I think it's a mystery, so I'm very excited to see what that book's about and to continue reading this one. For a little while now tonight. I'm on page 234 of Maybe Once, Maybe Twice. I was thoroughly enjoying this book before I got to page 150. That's where things kind of took a turn for the worst, and the author put in one of my least favorite tropes. Now there is kind of like a love triangle in here that honestly like normally doesn't bother me that much if it's done the right way, and I just didn't like the way that it's done in this book, at least so far, which really disappoints me because I was really connecting to our main character Maggie. And I don't know, I'm just kind of like, maybe not bored is the right word, because like I'm still enjoying it and I find myself wanting to read more pages. I find myself not wanting to put it down, but I feel like I'm just in a weird like slump right now. I don't know if it's because there's other books on my TBR that I really want to read, or if this just isn't my favorite book ever because it has one of my least favorite tropes. I just really don't know. how I feel about this book at this point. I just want to finish it and be done with it. I think that's how I feel about it. And then I will get my final thoughts on it. Earlier today, and I didn't want to talk to you guys about it yet because I have a lot of feelings towards it. This book is like the perfect example of when a book starts off really good and then just, you know what I'm saying? It just sucks though too, because again, like, I'm so torn right now because I enjoyed the 150 first pages so much, and the writing and stuff like that was really good too. It's just like the story just, I don't know, it's like it just got so messy. And this is a fiction book, this isn't a romance book, so maybe like that's what I was expecting, but at the same time I do read a lot of women's fiction. I feel like that feels more like fiction than it does romance, but there is like romance subplots, which is some of my favorite like romance books to read. It just didn't give, like, it just didn't feel the same. It didn't feel as real because it didn't feel like they were real people towards the end with the decisions that everyone was making. It just didn't make sense, and especially the ending just made me so mad. The ending conflict, so incredibly rushed. Literally the thing that we start off the book with gets wrapped up in 20 pages. Not even a subplot. Not even a subplot. It's just literally nothing. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm getting a little worked up right now. I also feel bad saying this. This is obviously all my opinion, but I feel bad saying this because like somebody did work very hard on this. And again, I liked the writing. It's just the story just was not for me. If you read this book, comment down below so we can chat about it because I would love to know your thoughts as well. Okay, if you can't tell, it is a lot later. I was planning on getting back into this vlog after I read like one book in between, just because I was kind of getting in like a really bad slump, and turns out one thing led to another, and now I'm in a new apartment. I started She's Gone the other day. I am currently on page 75, about to start chapter 15. This book is a YA thriller mystery, and it's basically about this boy named Hunter and his girlfriend named Chloe. Everything in the relationship was going great. They're super cute and love, like a high school-y type relationship. And then all of a sudden on the night of homecoming, Hunter is driving him and Chloe, and then he wakes up and then he's like, oh, where's Chloe? Like, she's just gone. So like there's so many different things that could have happened, like the police and them and stuff like that, and a lot of people think that he's responsible for it, but we're getting his POV, so we obviously know that he's not responsible for it. I wouldn't say this book is like getting scary or anything like that yet, because y'all know I get a little spooked very easily. I'd say it's probably more mystery than thriller, if anything, which I've actually really been enjoying mysteries lately. I'm reading another mystery right now for book club, and I don't know, they're just like very good, and they're not scary to me anyway, but they're just like very interesting and like want you to keep reading more. That's basically like the whole plot line. I feel like we don't really know enough about Hunter for me to be like super intrigued about his story or super invested in him as a character. I think that he's just kind of like this poor kid that something bad happened to, and now he's just kind of like living through it and trying to figure out things as he goes, especially because he literally just can't remember, because I'm pretty sure he got a concussion. So far though, I can't complain. It's a really easy read and I'm into it, so I guess that's really all I can ask for. On She's Gone because I am going to finish it tonight. I'm like this close to being done with it. I have about 40 pages left, and it's just like a very quick read, especially as I've gotten to the end and we've been uncovering more about the case and who we think the kidnapper is and stuff like that. And I don't think there's a chapter longer than like 6 pages. I found myself reading this even quicker than I feel like I normally would, especially considering like I'm very busy right now since it's like the holiday season and stuff, just because I'm like, oh, next chapter's only a few pages, I'll just read that. And then I keep going, oh, only 2-page chapter, let's go. Oh, 1-page chapter, let's keep it rolling. I do have to say though that even though the chapters are pretty short and like they leave off on cliffhangers and they like lead very well into the next chapter, I don't think that the pacing of this book is my favorite. I feel like that if it wasn't for the short chapters, I don't think that I would be getting through it as quickly or be as enticed to read it. And I'm honestly not too crazy about the storyline. Like, I feel like we just don't know enough about like the characters who like these things happen to, and even like somewhat about our main guy Hunter. Like, we just kind of open the book and everything's happening to Hunter and we don't really like even know who he is. Like, it kind of just feels like he doesn't really have like a personality outside of his girlfriend disappearing. I do have to say though that this is reminding me how much I love mysteries, and I think that mysteries are going to be a genre that I'm going to be reading a lot more of in 2024, especially after reading The Naturals. It was just so good. I want to read the rest of that series and also the Inheritance games. Back to She's Gone though. I'm gonna finish this really quick and then I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts and kind of see where we stand. Guys, I just finished She's Gone. The ending was not good. Obviously this is just my personal opinion. I don't know, maybe I'll talk about this more tomorrow and like sleep on it, but other than the chapters being short, I don't think I liked this book. I was talking about the pacing earlier and just like the ending was so rushed and like honestly it didn't really make any sense. I don't know. I'm gonna give you some more thoughts on this book tomorrow. Okay, obviously we left off last night where I finished She's Gone. I'd had some time to really think about it and to decide kind of how I feel about it. Was this book awful? No. Was this book my favorite? Also no. Did I enjoy it for what it was? Yes. There was just some questionable stuff that happened at the very end and the ending was just very rushed and how it played out just didn't really make any sense to me, and the plot could have gone somewhere so much better and been like so much juicier, and I just feel like there were such better endings that this book could have had, and I was like starting to get on the edge of my seat with like the last like 50-ish pages. Like, I was really enjoying it and I just feel like it was really rushed and just not really what I wanted it to be, nor what I expected it to be. The last book for this video is going to be The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. This was like an OG book talk book, this and The Spanish Love Deception. I've just never read either of those. I feel like there's a lot of like original book talk books that I really haven't gotten the chance to read yet, and I may or may not have started this last night, and I may or may not have also gotten almost 100 pages in. Safe to say, I'm really enjoying this. This book is about a girl named Rosie, and something happens with her apartment to where she can't stay there. And her friend Lena's out of town. She has a spare key to her apartment, so she just uses it, texts her, but doesn't get a hold of her or anything, and says that she's going to be like staying at her apartment until her apartment's fixed. And then that same day that Rosie gets there, Lena's cousin comes strutting in and is like, I'm supposed to stay here. And this cousin is someone that Lena has showed Rosie, and she has like a big fat crush on this guy. His name is Lucas, and we actually get dual POV in this book, and I have been eating up Lucas's POV. He just seems like such a sweet and wholesome guy. I mean, he obviously has like a lot of layers to him, but like I'm really falling in love with him. I really like him. The whole thing is though is that neither of them have a place to stay besides Lena's apartment, because they were both banking on staying there like for free. So they decide to both stay there, and that's why it's called The American Roommate Experience, because they basically decide to be roommates. Rosie's also really great too. She actually is pursuing a writing career, and they're both kind of in like a weird place in their lives, like kind of like a time with change, and they are having a little bit of an identity crisis, and I don't know, they just connect so well. And so yeah, safe to say I have really been enjoying this. I really hope I can get a good chunk through tonight, so let's go ahead and keep reading. We obviously have to set the vibes first though. No overhead lighting. don't mind the fact that my hair looks like a really poofy mop. I slept on it wet last night and that was not my smartest decision. I'm gonna do our last update on this book before I finish it. I have less than, I think, 60 pages left at this point, and one of my favorite tropes is in here. So it's been a really good time reading it, and I've just fallen even more in love with Lucas the more that I've read about him. He's just literally like the perfect book boyfriend. And Rosie's super great too. She has such a great personality, and I love the whole like will they won't they thing. I just absolutely love them together. They make so much sense, and they're so similar in the ways that it almost feels like nobody's truly ever been there for either of them. So anytime the other person is obviously going through something, the other one has like this sixth sense, like a light switch that comes on in their brain, and they're like, oh my god, like, are you okay? Like, what can I do for you? Like, just trying to do everything in the other one's best interest. And it is just so good how well they know each other. They literally read each other like an open book, even whenever they first met. And I just absolutely love this story. It's just intriguing me a lot. And I don't know if that's just because I've read a few duds lately. Like, I cannot remember my last 5-star read, or if I've just been reading a lot of fantasy. It's been a while since I picked up a romance, so maybe that could be it too. But I'm just really eating this up. I love the storyline. It's been getting a little spicy too, I'm not gonna lie. And whenever that started happening, I was like, oh, okay, we're reading it, we're here. Ain't no complaints from me though. But yeah, I am eating this up. I think I'm literally just going to binge the rest of it. And yeah, I hope it's good, and I hope there's no third act breakup. I obviously won't be telling you guys if there is one, because I don't want to like give anything away if you haven't read this yet, but I really hope that there's not one. So, I have Brooke here, and it is... What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Okay, I have Brooke here on Face. Happy Bookmas! Okay guys, I have Brooke here right now, and we're officially ending this video. We're gonna do a little wrap up with her since she chose everything. I'm gonna ask her a few questions, and then we're gonna go over my ratings and reviews and stuff like that, and see all my thoughts on the books. How are you feeling, Brooke? Do you think, what do you think?
So, I will admit that I have kind of cheated, and I am a true friend, and I have watched your videos.
Because I did read them out of order, so...
Right. Well, you read them in the order.
Yeah.
Just not all at once, which is fine.
Yes.
You still read them in order. Well, I'll tell you my theory if you ask me a few questions soon over which one I think you like the most.
That's one of the questions, actually. So the first question is, which one do you think is my favorite?
Okay, so I do think the American Roommate experiment is probably your favorite. That's what it's called, right?
Yes. This one? Okay.
Yeah, I think that is your favorite.
And then which one do you think was my least favorite?
Okay, so Tried and True, the first one that you read, what's it called? I don't even remember what
maybe once, maybe twice. I read this a hot minute ago, actually. Okay, so starting with the first one, what do you think I rated the first one? I know you watched my review on this.
I watched it, but I don't remember, like...
Right.
I remember you giving it a low, obviously, because you didn't like ending. I remember you liking the beginning. I'm gonna say it was like a 2.
Okay, close. I rated this a 2.5.
Oh, okay, good. Even better.
Because, like, I really liked the first half, but then one of my least favorite tropes showed up.
Right. Which I saw in your most recent video. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Thank you for the promo. Okay, now going into She's Gone. What do you think I rated this one? This is the one that you read.
I think that you will be giving this... Ooh. You know, I don't know, Katie. I think I'll go 3.5. Or wait, yeah, 3.5.
Okay, again, very close, off by a 0.5. I rated this a 3-star.
Okay, I was gonna say that, but I was like, I did enjoy the story.
I liked the story, and it was just like a very quick read, and for what it was, I enjoyed it, but I feel like the ending was just super not good.
Yeah, the ending was kind of whack.
It was super rushed too. Like,
it was really rushed, and like I was really hoping. Spoiler. I was really hoping that.
Will you freeze? Oh my god. Okay, and then the last book, The American Roommate Experiment. What do you think I rated this?
This is
Was it?
I'm gonna, yeah, 100%. I know you. I'm gonna say for you this was a 4. Or what high?
Close. Oh my god, you've been a 0.5 off with every single book. Wait, do you think it's like under 4 or over 4? 4.5 or 3.5?
Oh my god. Oh, I hope it's a 4.5. Because that would mean a good thing came out of this. 3.5 is still good though.
Yes. What do you think though? What do you think it is?
Oh, I thought I dodged that question.
Yeah, you did. You tried.
You know what? I'll be optimistic and I'll say 4.5.
It was a 4.5.
Okay, good.
I know.
Oh my god.
It was so good. Like
I'm so happy.
Dude, you have to read this. It was so cute, so good. Like the banter in here, the main characters, Rosie and Lucas, were so good. And I like absolutely loved like their little relationship. And they did fake dating too. There's a fake dating trope in here.
Oh, and you like that? Yeah.
Love
Okay.
fake
Oh,
dating.
cute. Oh my god, I'm so glad.
I know,
I'm
me
so
too.
glad.
So you were right, this is my favorite and this is my least favorite. But overall, I think that like we started at the bottom rating wise and we got here, you know?
Oh yeah.
So like we did well. You did a great job.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
Of course. Okay, overall, this was a very good video. Thank you for choosing my reads, Brooke.
Yes, thank you for asking. I'm so happy.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I think that's it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
Bye, happy bookmas.
I kind of get...
Okay, Brooke, tell us your game plan. Okay.